Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Anna T. Brooks, your psychic empowerment coach and earth angel, coming to you for this week's collective energy oracle card reading. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, this is for the energy 6th to the 12th of January 2019. Although, of course, if you're watching this in the future and this just happens to be something that stands out to you, whether you're watching it on Facebook during the live stream or on YouTube for the replay, this message is still meant for you at whatever time it is that you're watching it. So let's get into it. So the way that these energy readings work every single week is using the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel. These are the cards that I love to use. They're so beautifully resonating with my energy, so I've got them right here. I'm going to start shuffling them to clear into this week's energies. So I love to pull 3 cards. I focus on the mindset, the conscious energies of the week. So this is what you're going to really be aware of and feel as you go through. There's a second card, which is more for the physical, for the action-based energies of the week. Hey, Angelique. Hey, beautiful. Oh, yay, you caught it live. Awesome, awesome. So that's the second card for the physical and the action-based card. And then we have the final card, which is for the subconscious energies, more of the, the soul message, the spirit message, things that might be underlying that you otherwise would not really necessarily pick up on because it can be quite underlying. It can be quite subconscious. It can be hard to put your finger on, but once you kind of know about it, it makes a lot more sense and you become a lot more in tune with realizing it's there. So I've just done a couple of big shuffles. I'm going to start shuffling and tuning in to see what cards we have coming out this week. Different energy already than last week. There was a lot of transitional energy last week, which makes sense, right? We had the end of 2019 and the start of 2020 all in last week, so that makes sense. But this week feels very different. This really feels like the let's start getting shit done kind of energy. So let's see what the cards have in store. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so none of the cards jumped out this week. So this tells me sometimes cards jump out, which is when there's something like really needs to come out. All of the cards I felt this week were to be drawn. So I actually split the deck and I drew 3 different cards. So I'm already feeling there's a much calmer energy. There's much less intensity around this week. Not in a bad way, not in the sense that things aren't going to happen. But just, things are shifting now. Things are already in motion now. Let's just knuckle down and make it happen. So let's see what the cards have in store. So, okay. So the first card, your conscious energies. So this is the mindset, the conscious energies that you're aware of. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, is the card that came out. So I always encourage you to have a look first and foremost at the picture. See what comes through. If there's anything that you're drawn to in the picture, sometimes the message might be specifically within the picture for you. There might be something within it. It might be colors that stand out to you. This is all, very much, I love to help you guys to tune into your own intuition and to see what comes through. So, and then same as when I read out the meaning, I always encourage you to actually kind of close your eyes and take it in and sort of feel into if there's something there that jumps out at you, because there might be a specific message in there for you. So, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all of life. She's not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being, while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all of life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another's may be to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have within us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender to our part of the plan. So this is an activation. So if you're feeling this card really resonating with you, with the energies, I'm going to hold it to my heart on your behalf. So you can pop your hand on the heart, on your heart, close your eyes and take in this activation. Beloved Anna, thank you for laying the foundations for the divine plan. May the seed of light within me be revealed, and may I surrender to be part of the divine plan. So I'm really feeling strongly this. I know a lot of you guys are very aware of what's going on in terms of the fires in Australia that are happening at the moment. So like I said, this is January 6th to 12th, 2019. I'm really feeling the conscious energy of this week, and something that we're really feeling is to do our part, is to really realize that no matter how small or how insignificant you may feel at times, you are actually so crucial and so important, and that alone we can do so little, and yet as a collective we can shift the entire consciousness when all of us are truly aligned with what it is that we are here to do, and we are here planting our seed of light. The whole consciousness gets to change. But if we don't step up in our small way, then the people that need to do the bigger things, everyone that needs to come together, is not possible, right? We can achieve so much more together than we can single way. This is what I'm really feeling coming through for this card especially. Angelique says, wow, I've been working today on getting my huge legacy vision on paper and get this card deck foundation started. Yes, for the first time I shared specifics today. I love that. That's so powerful. Use this energy this week. You're very much being called to realize where is your seed of light, where is your energy, because of this, there is a collective energy that this is meant for. This is all part of the divine plan. So yeah, that's incredible. Okay, the action card. So this is the more physical card. Boom, warrior woman. Okay. So have a look at that picture. See if there's something there that stands out to you, something that calls out to you specifically. It might be colors, it might be something in the picture that comes through for you. So warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Let me bring forth what this one is. Okay. You are here for a reason. You're being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts, and the more resistance we have towards answering a call, the more important it is for our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you're feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you're on the right track. So this is an inquiry card, although, like I said, it's come up in the physical, in the action energy, and this is a very action-based energy, right, of understanding, have you answered your deepest calling? And more than anything, I'm feeling this week, you're really going to be faced with your fears, faced with things that you're resistant to, faced with things that you haven't been taking action on, to realize that you need to show that courage now and take that action, right? That is the whole thing of the warrior woman, is acknowledging that the fear is there, acknowledging that the hesitation, that the resistance is there, but taking action anyway. So this week, when you feel, like they said, sometimes if we look at our fears as opportunities to actually get what we want, it starts to flip things around. So rather than seeing it as, oh my gosh, this is so scary, what if this, and we take our fears and we let them contract us and we let them hold us back, this is the week to let your fear be your guidance for what is right. Let your fear come through of what are you afraid to do? What are you resistant to do? What action have you been holding off on? And take those steps. Trust that resistance is actually guiding you to where you're meant to be, right? And especially with that first card that's come up with the conscious energies of the divine plan, the fact that you are part of a collective consciousness that's shifting things, and you are here to put your plan into place as to then further fuel the entire collective. Do not be afraid. Be the warrior woman. Be the Joan of Arc this week and take those actions, okay? That's very much the energy that's coming through. And finally, we have the subconscious energy. So this is, like I said, this is the underlying energy, things that might be going on behind the scenes that if you aren't receptive to it, if you're not open to really realizing it, you may not even realize that this is going on. Okay, yeah. All right, so we have get grounded is the underlying, the subconscious energies. How beautiful is this card? Absolutely stunning. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Okay, yeah, this is making sense. Let me pull up the reading. So this is what's going on behind the scenes, things that you'll be feeling behind the scenes. You're being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it's all too easy to get swept up in other people's energies and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you're absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card, you're very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people, those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It's easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree, your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. So there's an action card with this, and this makes sense because this is a very action-based week. I can feel that energy. It's really calling you to do stuff this week, right? And so the action for this is do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. So it's likely that you're going to feel in between this pull to your divine plan to really rise up and to seed your light consciousness through the earth and to really bring it into light, and feeling that action, that warrior woman coming through, that strength to move through your fears and take action. It's quite likely that you're going to find there's a need to reconnect. There's a need to get grounded. If you start to feel wobbly, if you start to feel like you're getting too pulled apart, too many emotions flowing through you, you're starting to feel other people's emotions just too deeply, and it's starting to impact your energy, realize what's going on and take the time to get grounded. Go connect with Mother Earth. Go walk barefoot somewhere. Go stand in the grass, stand in the sand, go into water, go into nature, hug a tree, put your palms on a tree, whatever makes you feel grounded and connected back to nature. Let Mother Earth heal you. And I know this is fascinating because of what I just spoke about before. Mother Earth is so beautifully powerful and she is limitless, regardless of what is going on in the world right now. And I know there's so many, that with the fires in Australia, it is so much is going on and so many people's emotions are flooding through. Mother Earth is perfect and she is limitless. She can handle all of this, right? She is still here to heal you. She is still able to process this for you. She is still able to provide you with your connection, right? No matter what else. Kathy, stand in the snow. Maybe not barefoot. Please don't do that. But go hug a tree out there or something, just not too close to your face. But very much so, trust that Mother Earth is really able to hold this space for you, right? And when you need to get grounded, you are connecting to her source energy. And so don't be afraid to do that when you need to. Don't be afraid, right, as the warrior woman, to still use that energy and to use that strength to power you, to ask for Mother Earth to ground you and to support you in your strength, in your stability, to take those actions, to move past that fear, to actually be able to put this into place, right? And do this physically. Use your body this week. That's something I'm really feeling is the reason that the cards, they didn't want to fly out this week. They want you to ground, right? It's so funny. They didn't want to fly out. They wanted me to draw them this week because they want it to be grounded. They want you to stand firmly in your energy, firmly in your confidence, firmly in your knowledge that you are bringing forth your divine plan, okay? And that is that you know that this is where you are heading. Stand firmly in this. Use that grounded energy. Use that connection to Mother Earth. And don't be afraid to move forward in what feels right for you, even if it's scary, right? Even if you're worried about what's going to happen, how is this going to all play out? This is the week to be the warrior woman. This is the week to take the action anyway, to feel the fear and move forward anyway, because that fear is there to let you know you are moving in the right direction this week. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. Be excited by it. Let it be your path. Let it be your guidance. Okay, guys. That's the energies for the week. As always, I love to hear from you. Please feel free to pop in any comments, any thoughts, anything that's coming up for you, how you're feeling all of this, and have an amazing week of powerful action taking. And I'll see you guys next week. And remember, live life on purpose. Mwah.